Hi, I'm Faith.
And I'm Nasa. And this is
Go Ladies, a podcast about navigating life, love,
and so much more
from a 40-plus perspective.
3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! For real this time.
Yeah, for real. For real.
We were a little early last time. It's for real now.
It's for real. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome. Last episode dropped New Year's Eve.
Correct.
That's the last time we talked to you. So we're officially a few days into the new year.
Yes. We're recording this actually on J5.
Yes.
So shout out to the Minicap Alpha Psi.
Yes.
We're super excited to celebrate you today.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
Yay. But don't get it twisted because I mean, the birthday month.
Rising up.
Come on. Because J13 around the corner.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that right now.
Yeah.
We're not. Just,
we're going to save that.
Yes.
But just look on the timelines. You'll see it. See it,
it's
bread.
coming, though. Mm-hmm. It's coming.
It's coming.
Halfway here to where we at.
Oh, exactly. Honey, listen, with the, not the filter, the frame.
The frames. Yes.
And I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yep.
So okay.
Every time.
Yeah. Okay, Nasa asked, are we keeping the glasses on? The answer is no.
No.
So I'll put on my real glasses and you're going to see her eyes.
Yes. So
neither one of us can see.
So what should people do right now?
Okay, so you need to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Do all the things.
Go Ladies Podcast. We are on all the social media platforms. You have your Instagram, you have TikTok, you have Facebook, you have Threads. Nasa's on Blue Sky. Are you still on Blue Sky?
I am on Blue Sky.
And we're also everywhere you listen to podcasts and on YouTube.
Yes.
So go ahead before we get into it. Like, comment, subscribe, share.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Do the announcement sound. The boop, 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 boop.
Oh.
I am pleased to announce. See my sexy voice? I am pleased to announce that the Go Ladies podcast has a title sponsor for this episode. You've heard us talk about them before, but they are now an official sponsor of the show. Paper Doll Factory. Boop. Boop. You see us in all our glitz and glamour? Paper Doll, baby. So Paper Doll Factory is a boutique exclusive jewelry line that you can find online at Paper Doll, P-A-P-I-E-R, dollfactory.com. Make sure you go over there, PDF your life. We're super excited. Yes, you've heard us talk about them before because we be wearing this stuff all the time. And they have come on as a sponsor. Yes. So we're super excited about that. Thank you, PDF. And you'll hear more about that later.
Yeah. We'll drop the info too.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, body rolls.
These are my faves. You know I love these.
And they look good. And I may have borrowed them for the Christmas party.
I mean, you may have. So.
Thanks.
So. Okay, Christmas party. So where have you been, my friend? Friend, where have you been?
It's okay. New Year.
Yes.
It's funny. We're going to back up a little bit before we go into it. We talked, and I know a lot of other people who stayed in. Like, did not go out for the new year. It didn't feel like it.
So that's not true for me.
You felt like you didn't.
I kind of felt like it.
Okay.
But like, real talk, I'm just being totally transparent.
That's what we do.
Real talk, I wanted to spend it like boot up. Like, I wanted to ride into the new year. You know what I mean? Like, just ride into the new year, having a good time.
Say it again. If y'all not catching it, you slow.
Shut up. I didn't mean it like that, my mom. I didn't mean it like that.
It's the new year.
But yeah. And I'm not officially boot up. So, things just having a line. Not just to be officially boot up to ride into the new year. However,
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. If you meant it that way. However, I didn't. Hey, Mommy. But, you know, I just, I'm not in that space. Yeah. And so I'm just like, oh, okay. You know, so I was like, well, I'm at the house. Because I'm not going to just shop and pick somebody up to ride. No. That's not my thing. So, but yeah.
Okay, so you wanted to do that.
I would have liked to.
I went to a friend's house.
Okay.
But I went early because I had made up my mind. I'm like, I want to be home before the new year starts. I just didn't want to be out late. It's how you know you're over 40. People, people crazy. I'm not trying to be out. But I was ready to be with people because I've been off work. So I'm like, okay, I want to see some people. So I did. I was over at my friend's house for like 2 hours maybe. And then I was like, okay, I go home now. And I watched church online is what I did. Okay. I was starting to doze a little. Like a lot of people though, I'm kind of, if I'm not doing anything, I'm going to be asleep before midnight. Right. You know?
I ain't gonna watch Dick Clark just drop the ball. Anderson them.
Right.
They gonna be kicking it. Yes. They drunk every year. I ain't gonna watch, So I'm like, no, that just, I didn't watch it. And Nashville had a big bash.
Oh, yeah.
And it was televised and all those things this year. So shout out to everybody who's working that day because we know how it feels to work big events.
Ooh, so, honey.
Go be great. But
I had somebody ask, was I going to that? One of my gym friends, and I was like, it's not my demographic. For me, that was my truth. When I'm looking at the lineup, I'm like, I don't want to see none of that.
No, and in Nashville, I mean, typically they'll play a little R&B, have a local R&B artist at 5:00.
Right.
Now, I'm sorry. I'm going to speak to whoever's planning this, and I don't know who it actually is.
Let's go.
But at 5:00, number one, we not coming out.
No.
The black folk who want to be part of that, we ain't there at 5:00. For a midnight drop?
No.
To sit outside?
Mm-mm.
No. And then at 7:00, you got somebody that we don't, like, or, I think it's later in the day.
Yeah.
Not saying we don't like all the things. People can like whatever they want.
Yeah.
But a big draw is not going to be, for our demographic, really. Yeah. It's not going to be,
for a Keith
Urban.
Right.
And
that's,
and he's a pleasant little man, but, I'm sure he's a pleasant little man, but he's not what I'm about. I'm in the car, but go Keith in the car, That ain't me in the car. I'm GLO in the car, Right. So.
Understood.
Yeah.
Which is why I said, I was like, I'm not the demographic.
Right.
My friend laughed. I was like, I'm not. And it is what it is. This is what you have.
I wonder who Atlanta had for the peace trees. Peace drop.
You want to do that?
I wonder who they had.
Oh, I don't know.
Jeezy the Snowman. Probably had 112. Somebody.
Love 112. So do you, in your riding into the new year, do you ever think about like going to parties at this stage in your life? Like, would you go, like you mentioned Atlanta, would you go to a peace shop? Would you entertain that, or are you more of it's a nightcap? Like, what's your New Year's looking like?
I mean, it can go either way.
Pie in the sky.
Right.
What you got?
I would like either or.
Okay.
If I'm gonna spend it booed up in a romantic situation and just a romantic situation, then that's one way to spend the new year. The other one, I think I would like to have or attend a well done event. The Christmas party, but turned up. Okay. Okay. And I say the Christmas party because Christmas party feels safe to me.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
But turned up a little bit better, a little earlier.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And have that happen.
Yeah.
Like if I was going to design a perfect New Year's event, it would be kind of that homecoming, that Howard party that we had.
Yeah.
That you'd have, multiple bars and all those things. Of course, Ubers and all that in a hotel that actually you can have the rooms for the night if you wanted to stay.
Right.
If you want to, dip out and ride into the new year, you can come on back to the party if you want to. Yes. And then here's what I would do differently. At 12:30, I start serving breakfast sandwiches. Okay. Or that last little bit, so that we have some food in your stomach before you go on to the night. Because a lot of people don't eat. Like the NAC party, I don't eat. I don't either. My dress is my dress. I got to be in this dress.
Yes. Yeah.
I've never had a morsel. I've had alcohol, but I had no morsel at the event, and so I'm like, I will be at the end of the night after I've already done all the festivities. A little something on my stomach, a little shrimp and grit. Yeah, would be nice to have to call it a night.
I have a few friends that have done that before. Have done like the come over for breakfast, but at midnight. Come just a little before midnight, whatever, and then we're gonna eat and it's going to be your chicken and waffles, your stuff like that. I've done that before.
I think I would love to have a house set too. I've tried to find the event that I want to own.
Okay.
Because I think, this sounds totally off topic. We didn't put this on the list, but
I know, but it's what we do.
It's what we do.
Yes.
So I have some friends who own different events. Like they always have a this or they always have a that. You know, every year you look for that invitation. Same thing in Kentucky. Like one of my mom's friends, she owns the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
So I've looked for my event to own.
I love it.
And I used to try to do like the after homecoming barbecue.
I remember that, yeah.
But people are trying to fly out. It's just really, it's just hard to do schedules like that. So I don't know what I want to own. And New Year's Eve, but people, like my people, sometimes they're traveling too. My people spend New Year's on a beach in another country a lot of times. So I'm like, of course, if I had something, they, but still.
If they're here, they come.
Exactly. So I need to figure out what I want to actually own. I'm thinking summer solstice. I'm a summer baby. I like the heat.
You are a summer baby.
The longest day of sunlight of the year. That just speaks to me.
Do it.
So I think I'm my own summer solstice or nearby, because obviously solstice can happen in the middle of the week and I ain't got no party in the week. Yeah. But
around that time.
Around that time.
I would like to do, not own, but like for the new year, be somewhere tropical. I want to be on a beach. Okay. I really do.
This is my first Christmas I spent here in a minute. Yeah. I haven't.
Yeah.
I didn't buy presents. I was showing I got my presents this year.
Yeah.
Like me, I ain't just buying flights. But.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to be somewhere warm. Either that or, and I try to go to church and start there and then go do dinner or something. Yeah. But I'm not a huge, in my youth, I was let down by a few parties here in Nashville. And so it just kind of turned me off from New Year's parties at places. And I just rather be around people I love, my friends.
I've never really been to one.
I don't think you're missing anything.
Okay. I've never really been to one.
I haven't. I was just like, But like you said, in your mind, we're producers by nature. So we're like, it needs to be like this. And so when you don't have that, you're like, boo. So yeah. But I like a set. I love, again, at this age,
a house
I will come to your house. Yeah. I know I'm going to have a good time. You're going to have good people, good conversation, games, food, drink, and we're just going to have fun.
I need more men in my life.
Are you listening?
No.
Not like that, but I know what you mean.
But no, because I know couples, right? Right. And I know several couples, and I have a lot of single friends. But I think about I don't have a lot of single men that I know to say, hey, come to my house and I'm having a set, because you want to have a good balance too. True. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, me and my girls, you are one of my girls.
Do, yes.
We can keep by ourselves.
Yeah.
But for, something along those lines, you want to at least bring some offerings to the table.
Like girlfriends. Well, that was an episode of Girlfriends,
Bring some offerings to the table.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much, that was our recap. I did shout out to the Nashville Black Wellness Collective.
Oh, yes.
I want to shout them out. Dr. Kim, and her husband Claude, who are over that. Kim's a soror. And Claude's the bruist. So, Coleman Love. But this was my 3rd year attending the Black Wellness Rally. And so one of the goals for the Nashville Black Wellness Collective, which is the group, is really to get Black people in this city healthy. Right. And they do it through various programs. They have yoga, they do hikes, walks. I've participated in all 3 of those. Yeah. And then the rally is like the start of the year for them. And so they have panel discussions about mental health and whatnot. And then you get snippets of workouts. And then there are vendors, all these Black vendors, health and wellness. Like I found a new tea company. Okay. I got my candle girl, like skincare, all kinds of stuff. And there's stuff there that speaks to me, because sometimes, let's be real, you go to things, they're vendors, and you're like, I don't want none of this. So it's not for me. It's not for you. But
I mean, you should buy it. It's not for me.
But there was a lot there. There, you can get a massage, or with somebody there doing just the stretching, which is the thing now that people do. But I just want to shout them out really quickly, because the turnout, even this year, has just you can tell it's grown and people intentional.
It's going to need a bigger space.
It's going to need a bigger space.
Because even I thought last year,
yeah,
it was like, ooh, it's a little tight.
Yes.
And so,
yeah. So I just want to take a minute to shout them out. Y'all know I be in the wellness space all the time.
You do.
So I'm about that life too. And people who are beginning programs, shout out to you. If you starting over, shout out to you. You can try again and again as many times as you need to. There's no one size fits all approach. So go ahead.
I get so mad at the posts from people who are like, y'all ain't gonna be here in February, no way, get out my way, or who are just being gym snobs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you had a day one too.
We all did.
Everybody had a day one.
We all started somewhere.
Like, exactly. You might already be fit, but you still had a day one somewhere. You know? So like, don't be mean to people. If anything, be helpful.
Be kind.
Yeah. Hey, do you need somebody trying to do that?
Yep.
That costs nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice.
What she said.
Yeah. So I wasn't at the wellness thing. I was at Home Depot.
There you were.
So yeah. So Kentucky is snowed in right now. They got the good snow. So
good snow.
They got the good snow. For real, they got the good snow. They got fluffy stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty. But so while you were at that,
yes,
I was at Home Depot. Because Kentucky have no generators. Not one generator was in the city. And my mom needed a generator. And so I went to Home Depot. If you watch my stories, you see the whole thing. But our reels, whatever. Oh, IG.
Yeah.
And so I went to Home Depot. Let me tell you about Home Depot though.
Tell me. Tell us.
I'm at Home Depot at 7 a.m. Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
I was going to Kentucky and back,
okay,
which is only 3 hours. I was going to Louisville and back same day. So I go to a party last night. So I was like, boom, bam, boom. So 7 a.m. I'm in there. Oh, I ain't bought no generator before. So I asked the people beforehand, hey, I done looked it up online. I talked to a few people that I know who personally have them, okay, what size do I need? Because they come in these various sizes and all these things, right? So I'm in there. Generator's locked up. Now I don't understand why they locked up, because can't nobody lift one up.
Right.
Things
you ain't running out the store with that.
Incredible Hulk, baby. But how do you get the generator out? It's locked up.
Oh my gosh.
So the manager, though, at the Home Depot on Bell Road was so helpful. Black female, dreadlocks. I didn't catch her name, unfortunately. But she was so helpful, because I was like, she was like, you have to get to Kentucky? I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, let me see if we can just have it delivered up there same day. And she's like, the warehouse is out. You have the only way you can get there today is if you do take it. But they looked at every avenue possible to help me out. And I was like, thank you. So I did end up driving to Kentucky and coming right back. But they were just super helpful. So yes. And so my mom has a generator. She doesn't know how to use it yet. But if she has to, it's there and ready to go. Yeah. It's ready to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love above and beyond customer service. My God, in this day and age of whack customer service,
thank you.
It is amazing when you have those experiences with people who are really just trying to be helpful.
Super helpful.
Super helpful. It costs nothing, like you said, to just let me go the extra step. Let me check. Let me shout out to y'all.
Yeah. Because they had a team that loaded my car. They even asked me, they're like, okay, now when you get to where you're getting, how are you gonna get out your car?
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm like, my cousin them, they gonna come, and they were like, okay, because you can't get this yourself. I'm like, I can't. Like, they were super great. Yeah. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Because it's my mama. I'm around for my mama, and so thank you for making that easier for me.
That's good to hear. Those things exist. Those people exist.
Exactly. So then I came back and got queued up into a party.
Did? Okay.
Yeah. Do a little something.
Okay. That's a good recap.
It is a good recap.
All right, where we go?
Oh,
you was doing did we reintroduce?
You see my face, y'all?
I'm looking. You was gonna talk about season 5. I wrote
and somebody does not always follow the card.
We did Where We've Been, and then season 5. Do you want to expound on it? Season 5. You want to tee that up?
I am.
While I get my question.
So if you happen to see on IG, I've been on IG busy recently. I'm out there. But if you saw on IG, shut up. But hey, but
get shows.
Hello. But if you saw on my IG, it's season 5. So
wait,
this is.
Let's celebrate that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Before you talk
tell me to talk.
No, it's season 5. Okay, go.
Okay, now.
I got excited. Yes.
You did.
I'm happy.
So I'm just excited too because like a panty conversation, right?
Yes.
Pandemic conversation.
Girl.
We're going to do this on Zoom.
On Zoom. Pixelated. It was a mess.
Right.
But we did it.
And we did it. And then we went to doing it together. Well,
not like that. Go ahead.
Talk about me doing body rolls. That's why you got to watch us on the YouTube. Oh.
Continue. I'm sorry. Ignore me.
Squirrel.
I missed you.
I know. Okay. So, but from just audio only to Zoom to doing it in person to now building out a studio in the house, like we've done the thing. And if you notice, we've upgraded the studio. Doing a little bit. Got a sponsor. Got things going on.
Got it.
So, yeah, I'm excited. Like, season 5's underway. Season 5, episode 1.
So what? Yes. Well, with that said, we want to thank those of you who've been with us from day one. But we also recognize that many of you are discovering us for the first time.
Yes.
So we like to take time to either introduce or reintroduce ourselves.
Allow us to reintroduce ourselves. Our name is Go.
Ladies.
I was going to spell. I did.
Real fast.
Okay.
You want to do it again?
No, I'm
okay.
good.
G's to the LP.
Yeah. Okay.
I got you.
Me too.
Lady. Okay. So we have questions for each other. Now, Nasa always be asking me deep questions. So,
no. See, again, she's not following the card.
Oh, bio. Who are we?
Who are we? We real stores over here. Dues paid stores over here.
Financial.
So, yes.
Okay, do you want me?
You go first, little one.
The Go Ladies Podcast. No. It's brought to you by the letter G.
It's sponsored by PDF today.
Sponsored by PDF, yes. So what Nasa mentioned, we started in the pandemic.
Yes.
We are both communications professionals.
Yep.
I journalist, all of that. Mm-hmm. I met Nasa at Channel 5 when she bullied me into being her mentee. I'm blinking because I need help. I'm joking. She ran up on me and was like, I will be your mentor. Get the gap.
That's not how I did. That's not how the story goes.
The story's going to change every time I tell it. So that is how we met. How many years now? It's been forever.
Forever.
And I'm Nasa's little sister. So I'm in the family, you know, and vice versa. Nasa trying to be in my family. But, so I'm trying to see. Yeah, communications professional, still a communications professional, no longer at the TV station.
Correct.
Social media manager for lots of things. Or Deltas, in case you didn't know that. What else do I do? Oh, I love New York City. It's one of my favorite places to be. Nas is my husband.
He don't know it yet.
He doesn't know it yet. I've been to Queensbridge. I was frightened. But I went.
To pay homage.
I went.
To her man.
Yes. Originally from Detroit, although my family says I can't claim it anymore because I have, in fact, lived in Nashville longer than I lived in Detroit. So I have to say I'm from Nashville when people ask. But then I sometimes say it's complicated, and then I'll explain why. So
just say border raised in Detroit and then moved to Nashville.
So that part. Yeah, I'm the youngest, in case you can't tell. I'm youngest of 5 in a blended family. I very much give baby energy, even at over 40. Thank you, Nasa. What am I missing?
She's a dancer. She's an Alvin Ailey trained dancer.
Oh, yeah, I'm an Alvin Ailey trained dancer. I've taken classes at Alvin Ailey. Real talk, for real. Mm-hmm. Twice. First time was better than the second time. But I have stood on the hallowed ground. And when Judith Jameson died, I cried. Because I know my feet touched the hallways that she was in. So I had a whole moment. Anyway, but yes, I love to dance. Nasa knows that I love to dance. Mm-hmm. I will dance any and everywhere. Nasa's gotten on to me at work before and been like, you know you at work, right?
At the desk, just, what are we doing? You would be typing. What are you doing?
She's not lying.
I'm not.
I'm not lying. Yeah, I keep it at that. Well, I don't want to ramble, but that kind of sums me up.
Sums you up in a
ray of
nutshell?
sunshine for the most part until I'm not.
That's true. That is true. You are normally a very positive person. So, yeah.
Thank you.
So I was born many years ago in Louisville, Kentucky.
Hey.
So no, I'm a communication professional by trade. I am a HBCU grad.
Yes, you are.
Mom of two wonderful girls. You can talk about entirely too much. And the oldest like, quit telling my business, but I'm like, I'm gonna tell it respectfully, of course. Used to be married. My husband passed away. I hate the term widow, so you know, I just kind of skirt around that. It might be accurate, but I don't like it. So, yeah, just living life, enjoying this 40 plus, the part of life and all that comes with it. It's great and it's ghetto and it's all those things. It's a little warm.
Yes.
You know, it's a little warm.
Yeah.
But no, I really do enjoy it. And I enjoy like navigating this space also as a single person. You know, if you know the two of us, Faith's going to give you the more pop culture. I'm going to give you the TED Talk and the NPR version.
Yeah.
But we balance each other out really, really well.
You're a resident political correspondent.
I am. I pop out from time to time about politics.
Yeah.
Even though I've backed up. I'm at 92% that's just said, y'all got it right now. And I've backed up. And that's for my own mental health and clarity. So, you know, I'm still informed. But at the same time, I ain't trying to be out there a whole lot because it makes my anxiety go up and it just makes my stomach hurt. I just think people are dumb. And so let me just avoid that and stay out of that for right now.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? You dance too.
I do dance. I do dance. I don't dance as much as you.
Okay.
But I do dance.
You dance.
I dance.
She's an excellent writer, communicator, and a wonderful mother. I know you got, but you really are a good.
Thank you.
Because I done seen some mamas that are a little questionable, but you're a good mama.
I think the thing that I really rock with in many areas of my life that I didn't always do, because you know my mouth, you know me before.
Praise God.
I mean, let's be honest.
Yes.
In the past, if I stabbed you, I stabbed you. It is what it is. And you're going to bleed out, and it's like, that's your problem, not mine.
Yes.
You know, you shouldn't have come over here. At this point, I'm trying to be a person you don't have to heal from. You know,
true. Yeah.
In every area of my life, you know, I don't want my daughter to heal from me. I don't want my coworkers or people that I manage to have to heal from me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a person you have to heal from.
I love that.
So
that's true.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be that person.
No, some people do.
And
at one
they
point,
want to be?
I think so.
Really?
I think at one point in time I did.
Okay.
If I stabbed you on purpose.
On purpose. Okay.
I look you in your eye and stab you. Like,
thank God for deliverance.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I ain't gonna get no speech and it's done. Like Braveheart.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Nathan made me apologize one time when I wasn't sorry. So I can totally relate to that. I can. Still will never forget it. You need to go apologize. Why? And I literally said to you, I'm not sorry.
I understand.
And then I went and apologized.
Some things you do to save jobs.
You do. Amen. So yeah.
Your light bill said.
Yeah.
You need to go in there and apologize.
So yes. Mesa has been wonderful. And she's oldest sibling.
Definitely the oldest sibling.
Yeah.
So
she gives big sister energy.
I'm a little bossy sometimes.
All day long.
Sometimes.
It's needed though.
It's balanced.
It is. And as families of multiples, yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's us
in a nutshell. So this show, you stumbled upon it. Definitely 40 plus energy.
Yes.
Definitely women centric energy. Definitely live your best life energy. Definitely, we have no answers, but we have all the questions energy.
Absolutely.
And the guests we bring on speak to that too.
Yep.
So we're just trying to navigate this new ground, and because I think for many of us at this age, especially Gen Xers and older millennials,
yes,
you thought 40 was it,
girl,
out to pasture, and then you realize you get here, you're like, wait a minute, I'm still out here,
hello,
having a good time.
My heart still tingle.
Don't they though? And so you're like, wait, and you see it even the media shifting now too.
Yes.
But in this podcast space, a lot of things aren't focused on this demographic.
That's true.
And so, we want to make sure to leave the light on for you.
Yeah.
Because every day somebody's entering it, and I want to make sure people understand. Now, we are not doctors or anything like that. We're telling you what works for us.
Yep.
Talk about being hot for us, things that we learn for us.
Yeah.
And that way, you should have to navigate this by yourself, So, or feel afraid to talk about the things that you have to navigate at this age. Things aren't as taboo as they used to be in whispered corners or whatever else. Like, no. We're going to talk about hormone replacement therapy. We're going to talk about lube. We're going to talk about all the things that, things, to get together. Who?
Yes. Peri.
Oh, girl, perimenopause.
What Nasa said, all the things.
Yeah, so that's who we are.
Yeah.
But Faith had to devise this Q&A.
Right, I'm following the script.
Yeah, I see. You calling it out now. Y'all see my face. I'm going to zoom in on this face too right here.
I also get distracted a lot. I have self-diagnosed ADHD. So we have questions.
Your password long as heck. Okay, go ahead.
Why you all in my
I was trying to memorize it. Go ahead.
Thomas Crown?
I love that movie.
Right? Nina Simone song was in it. I digress. See? Squirrel. Okay, so we like to ask each other questions. We do this at the start of each season.
Yep.
Again, to help you all know us a little bit better and help us, because we change. We shift daily.
Evolve.
How you thought yesterday, you might not think that. Grow. Exactly. Shout out Natasha Rothwell.
Yes. Who I love her show on Hulu too.
I have to watch it.
So good.
I know. Okay. So and y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I went ahead to the chat GPT. I know people have thoughts and feelings about it, but for the sake of these questions,
Terminator 2.
Oh yeah.
I Am Legend.
For the sake of this though, I was like,
iRobot.
I'm busy. I know Nace is way busier than me. I'm like, I need some questions. Let me just
let's see what they say.
Let me look up some questions. And so I asked for some lighthearted questions and some deeper dives. Okay. In no particular order. What's your go-to comfort meal or snack when you're having a bad day? You know mine.
No, like when I'm carb heavy, normally when I'm having a bad day, I want something carb heavy. Okay. I don't have just one meal. Like what comes to mind right now is Mexican, because I'll order taquitos in a heartbeat from around the corner.
I love taquito.
A little taquito, little chips and salsa. I'm happy. But yeah, so right now I think that's probably my to-go meal, because I can just pick it up and come on to the house. Yeah, right now. What about you?
Cheez-Its. I will hope.
Is that a bad day? Because you eat cheese all the time. You always have a bad day?
No, okay, it is a bad day, but Cheez-Its just make everything better. If the day is good already.
All the time. I buy Cheez-Its for her at my house.
Cheez-Its
so
sponsorship.
Like, how much Cheez-Its your bad day?
I love Cheez-Its.
Okay.
It could be good or bad. So if it's a good day, makes the day even better. And if it's bad, it bumps it up a little bit too.
Okay.
It's like Cheez-Its across the board.
Cheez-Its are the thing.
Now I'm about to get deep. I try my best to not subscribe to bad days. I have bad moments.
Right.
I might have a bad 30 minutes.
Correct.
But I try my best not to let one thing ruin an entire day for me. That was deep.
That was deep.
So
I understand that.
Yeah. Cheez-Its.
Okay.
What else? I don't know what else I eat. Like if it's a bad day, I would just be like, let me eat more Cheez-Its.
Yeah. Cheez-Its.
Yeah, I like Cheez-Its, y'all. It's my love language. One of them. Okay. Do you want to ask a question? Of course. Here we go.
So I know that you have. Are you comfortable sharing your dietary restrictions and what your? Because you're not a vegetarian. You are
no problem. I identify as a pescatarian.
Now, my question is, why did you move to a pescatarian way of life?
Yeah, I'll be watching the documentaries like everybody else does. And I've seen so many now that I don't know which. There's like Forks Over Knives comes to mind and some other ones. And I am and Nathan knows, and you all will come to know, I want to be healthy. Even in a bigger body, I still want to be healthy. And health for me isn't always you're thin.
Correct.
And so watching documentaries, Netflix, all the other platforms, and I kind of stopped at pescatarian because I like salmon and shrimp. And I'm like, I can't just go full vegetable. I'm sorry. I need a little something. So I landed on pescatarian and have been here for a while now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if it's not straight up pescatarian, I can just eat vegetables, and I'm okay with that too.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those friends, and Nathan knows I will bring my food wherever I go. She does. Before we record, I literally cooked this morning and brought what I made here to eat at your house.
Yeah.
So I'm not I don't have this. I'm not that person at all. I'm going to eat. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Did that answer?
Yes, it did.
Yeah. But documentaries and just overall trying to make healthier choices. Again, it's not one size fits all.
No.
So, yeah.
Okay,
that's all I got there. Okay. I'm nervous.
I don't know why.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. I may save that one. No, I'm going to do it. Okay. What's a defining moment in your life that shaped who you are today? What? ChatGPT. I don't have no answer, so I want to hear yours.
Chris's death.
Okay.
Chris's death.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Care to expound?
I'm not going to go real deep. Y'all can just Google it. But Christopher and I were married for a long time. We're college sweethearts, married for a long time. Things weren't always great.
Yeah.
Right? Christopher had an affair, and there were children born from that affair who are wonderful children, but twins. So not saying that doing it twice is no different than doing it once, because it is what it is, but still, I specify that for a reason. Twins were born. Wonderful boys. They're 14 now?
Ooh.
Big boys.
Yes.
But it was difficult. But I feel like a lot of my time spent being married and during that time of my life was all about, I call it homeland security, but managing my marriage, managing my family, trying to figure out how to fix the cracks in that, and all that. And then Chris had cancer multiple times, and so there was that part of homeland security too. Yeah. And look, I ain't been no perfect angel either, so let me throw that out there too. I don't always,
Yeah.
I hate to point fingers at somebody, not point fingers at myself too. So let me own my ish. I like to own my ish. But when he passed away, in the Bible talks about a rendering, and I was confused. TV still work and Chris ain't here? Because I love Christopher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tell everybody today, ups and downs, highs and lows. I didn't leave Christopher. Christopher passed away. Right. So, but I felt like I was surprised that the lights still come on and Chris ain't here. Yeah. That's how it was. Right. It was very jarring. I might not have shown it, but I was just amazed. Folks still go to Target and Chris ain't here. Yeah. Which just sounds crazy to say, but that's how I felt. Yeah. And so navigating this space without him and redefining myself and learning who I am. I met Chris when I was 19. Yeah. I ain't 19.
No.
And even introducing myself to people who even knew us as a couple, they didn't know me. They knew us. Yeah. And they were like, you are totally different than who I thought you were. And I'm like, I'm not union. I'm not in a union. Yeah. There are things that you give and take in a union that you don't have to do when you're not. And you get just the fullness of me at this point. Yep. And so, so Chris is passing.
Oh, that was good. Yeah. Okay.
But I want to hear yours, though. You said you got one?
I don't know that I have one. I'm reading a defining moment that shaped who you are today. I don't know. I mean, I think, and you all will hear me talk about it a lot, my health. What was that? 1920, I lost 100 pounds. And I gained it back, then some. Over the years, right? When Nathan met me, I was much smaller. And so it wasn't necessarily a defining moment. It was just over the years, the weight creeping up and me not really being aware of it until clothes start fitting weird. And then I'm looking at photos and I'm like, wait, when did this happen? And then for me, I was eating chicken, and I never ate pork. For those who don't know that my father's a Muslim and I never grew up eating pork. Yeah, so that was kind of once I realized, like, well, damn, you done got big again. I mean, seriously. Yeah. And what am I going to do about it now? So definitely there was some depression there. Like, how did I let this happen? I never thought, because when I lost weight, I was younger. You know, like at 25, you couldn't tell me nothing. I had to bust down. And I was shopping. I could shop anywhere. That's the thing people don't get about like plus size clothes. Like, you know what I mean? Like I just had, I'm not gonna name them, but you know the stores. And somewhere in there, wisdom with just getting older and just shifting my mindset to want to focus on health. I don't want to do something to change it because I'm told to do something. Right. So if it's something preventable, let me do what I can to just get healthier. So that was a defining moment, because Nace has heard this a million times. You could not have told me I was going to gain 100+ pounds back. I would not have ever believed you when I was younger, and because I was fly.
Maybe you still fly.
I'm still fly. Thank you, fly, and I feel so much better now. Yeah. Which is weird.
I don't think it's weird at all. Because I've told you my story, and I mean, real talk, I don't work out to be healthy all the time. Right. I work out to be cute.
That is your why. You know?
But this shouldn't be. Let's be honest. It shouldn't be. And so when I don't want to do things in pursuit of cute to hurt my health. And in the past, I would have been like, no, it's okay. Yeah. I could just eat the air and not eat, or I can vomit it all up and it'll be fine. Yeah, you know? No. And it's like, no. Let's not be in pursuit of cute and damage the health. The most important thing is the health, and if cute comes with it, great. Yes. And I hope it does. But it doesn't always. You know what I mean? So
you have to continually tell yourself that. I have to continually encourage myself, and I think confidence came when I turned 40. For me, I did not always have it, because society is you the funny fat friend. You see it on sitcoms. You see, you know what I mean? Like you cute in the face. Thank you.
You're not the love interest. You're the sidekick.
You're none of that. Yeah. And something clicked, which we talked about season 1. Like, I turned 40 and I just feel good about myself. Like, I'm extremely grateful. I'm grateful for the body I have, you know? I'm going to do my best to treat her well. And that's just where I am. Well,
she looked at her cootie when she said treat her well. She said treat her well.
Hey here. Purr. So, yeah. I guess that's defining. Okay. What you got?
Okay. $1,000.
Ooh, $1,000.
$1,000. That's all you got.
I do be needing that too, though.
Road trip.
Ooh.
Where are you going?
I don't want to drive to New York. Can I fly?
Road trip.
I can't fly to New York.
Road trip. Ain't no Southwest Air. Road trip.
I want it to be close. I want it to be close because I want to be able to use the money on the trip.
So I think I know your answer, but I don't know for sure.
You think you do?
I do.
I'm low-key leaning your city. Believe it or not. Yeah, I'm leaning your way. I mean, I've done the Atlanta. I do the Memphis. I don't know. My mind's leaning towards NOLA. Okay. For some reason.
Okay.
That's Mesa City.
All day.
But yeah. All day. What were you thinking for me?
I thought you either do Memphis or Detroit and spend the money there.
Oh, I could do Detroit. I didn't even think about Detroit. Because I've been thinking it's so cold in the D.
It's so cold in the D, but you actually do drive to Detroit from time to time.
I do. And so, that's a 9-hour drive.
Right, but I thought you would do either Detroit or Memphis.
I could do No. I love Memphis. I'm thinking NOLA.
Okay.
I'm thinking NOLA because for all the things good food.
Baby.
Speaking of health, but
baby.
But I am. I'm like
I can't even say it.
The people,
the lilts.
Nasa just went to a place, y'all. But yeah, no,
I love this album.
Word association. That or like that's the first thing that kind of came to my mind.
Okay.
Yeah, we would go to NOLA.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Nola's
my city.
Is that yours?
Girl, you know Nola my city. Nola my city all day, every day.
It is. Okay.
My close second that I haven't been to, but I would like to go. So if you give me $1,000, I'll probably go. Might be Asheville.
Oh, okay.
Just because I haven't been, I'm like, let's go look at it. You know?
Yeah. I could do like Savannah.
Y'all want to go there too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I want to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Am I going deep or light?
I don't know.
I guess I'm going deep.
You're the one doing deep. It sounds about me.
Lord. Okay. Oh, what's something you've learned about yourself recently that surprised you?
I don't know. I'm pretty self-aware.
Oh, amen.
I am. I tell you all the time. I know me.
Yeah.
I might not be ready to fix it.
Yeah. Okay.
Quite often I'm not.
That's real.
But I know me.
Yeah. Okay.
But what have I learned about myself?
Yeah.
I'm more fearful than I thought I was.
Okay.
Talked about that before the show.
Yeah.
If you're watching, and if you've watched it in the past, I don't make a lot of content. And the reason I don't make a lot of content is because when I'm at home, ain't no makeup on. This is a bra-free zone.
Yes, let them hang.
It might be a pants-free zone, depending on the day. You know me.
Yeah.
And don't come over here. But I'm just letting you, because don't do that. But I look a mess.
Okay.
I do most of my day not glammed up, not extra, not, not even really clothed. Yeah. And so I do all my things and then I shower, change, go out the door. It's the last thing I do is put clothes on, go out the door. But when you're making content, to promote the podcast, other things, I don't want to make content looking busted. So therefore I don't make content. So I'm trying to change my mindset, but about either A, changing my schedule around, or B, being more comfortable letting people see the non-curated version of me, or let's just say the less curated version of me. I ain't there yet. Okay. It makes me uncomfortable to think about that. Like, I'm not ugly. I can wash my face and come on without makeup. Right. But my hair has to be done. My fit has to be fitted, and not just a t-shirt and some, raggedy shorts. That's just not gonna work.
And that's not how you were raised.
No.
That's a lot of it. That's shaped who you are.
My mama wore a suit to the hospital to meet her first grandchild.
Yeah. You weren't. Yeah.
And everyone coming there looking no mess. Suits, jackets.
So yes.
To meet her grandbaby.
Yes. And that's the school you come from.
Even when I gave birth, my doctor knew. It just sounds a little crazy now, but it is what it is. It happened. I said, if she's in distress and not gonna make it, bring her to me. But if everything cool, you should wipe her off first. We should meet each other and look at our best.
That sounds
so you go ahead, you wipe her off, and then we be like, hello.
Don't lay her on me.
Fresh out the...
Put the stuff on her.
If something's wrong, she might not make it. Let me see my child. But if everything cool, you go ahead, put a little blanket on or something.
What? But it sounds like you. I'm not even shocked. It sounds just like you.
Yes.
I got you.
Sidebar.
Yeah.
That was my first child.
Yes.
Second child.
Okay.
The doctor tells us, he pulls her out and he doesn't show her to us. So I'm like, is everything cool? And he said that my husband was brown, chocolate, Obviously, I'm light chocolate.
She said it.
I know.
Yes.
But the doctor says, sometimes African American babies come out lighter than, and I'm like, what's wrong with my child, right? And it's like, I didn't want you guys to be, sometimes they can come out really light. I'm like, I'm light.
Yeah.
I know. Rainbow. I know there's variations of, black still being a black culture. Right. And then he has my baby a little gray, and she's really, really pale. And I think the man was trying to give it's a heads up, she might not be cheating, and I'm like, ain't nobody cheating. This is baby.
Yeah, baby white.
The baby was light as hell, but she's still light as hell.
She is. Yes.
But I think that was a doctor's way of being like, don't come in here tripping.
Right.
Ain't nobody tripping.
Milk man.
Do you not see me? His mama Like,
I always love the little behind the ear.
Oh yeah,
babies. That's when
ears, fingertips.
Yes.
You gotta look to see what color they're gonna be. Well, no color on them ears and fingertips. Like,
and she's still very light.
Yes.
It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Her mama light.
Her mama light.
Thank you.
So
okay, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I like that. Oh, okay. What I learned about myself? You want me to answer it?
Yeah.
Okay. I self-diagnose myself. I self-diagnose a lot.
You do.
I do. But in this, what I'm about to say, I am not a professional. Okay, I go to YouTube University a lot. I don't take everything for gospel. I have to give the disclaimer,
of course.
And this isn't a diss on any community. Sometimes I think I got a touch of autism. And I don't mean that to be funny. But like when I see things and people are like, oh, that's like I learned about stimming or things of that nature. And I'm like, I be doing that. That's so, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know that I learned it about myself, but I am learning more about different quirks I have. That's the best way for me to say it. And I was having a conversation with someone, and it's funny because I don't know that everyone has this experience, but truly my entire life, I've heard, what's wrong with you? Something wrong with you. And not in a bad way. We just do that in the community. I'll do something or I'll say something.
Yeah.
And I do wonder, my mind goes down that rabbit hole like, no, I don't think anything's wrong with me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's just, I wonder, could that be you know what I mean? But I also don't want to fall into the labels of everything everything isn't that. No, not everyone has this, or you know what I mean? But there are some things that I do, some of my quirks that I want to, and I may lean into. I might not. I made it this far. But that sometimes I do. I'm like, I wonder if that's that.
So I think that's valid. I think that's interesting. I'm going to say I had a conversation like earlier this week with someone who was like, and I'm trying to choose this very carefully because they don't like me to talk about them on the show. So, but you don't know who this person is, so it's all right. Yeah. But they were like, my ADHD, and they have diagnosed ADHD, and they were like, it seems to be going up, and they were getting older. They had a birthday coming up, and I was like, well, that's common.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? And I'm like, no, people don't talk about the fact of the brain changes too as we age. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yes, I mean, we all have the jokes about, what did I come in this room for?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
And I don't really think it's always I'm forgetful.
Right.
I think I have so much going on. Your responsibilities have bloomed and blossomed so much. And like the disc that we record on, there's a finite amount of space.
Perfect.
And sometimes I have to offload some of that BS.
Yeah.
You know, because I got to save space for the really important things. And I've lived a longer life.
Yeah.
When I'm 20, it's plenty of extra space on my disc.
Yes. Yeah.
But at 40 plus,
girl,
and I'm doing a whole lot.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, and so I give myself some grace too. But I'm just like, why am I tripping? Like, why am I forgetful? Why can't let me make a list, start over, get my brain refocused. Because brain chemistry changes and your disc is almost full.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Your disc almost full. Yeah, focus really ain't my jam. Squirrel. It's not. You know that. I'm like, what are we doing? And well, Perry, hormones. I did read something about that. Like, words sometimes for me, I find myself being like, what am I saying? Like, I had a point. Can't remember what it was. Okay.
It happens.
That's good.
It happens.
All right. You're next.
What is a book that you actually wish you read?
That I wish I read? I know everyone says the Bible, but real talk, I do. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because, and I include audiobooks.
Of course.
Last year, I was included in a group that was supposed to be listening to the Bible in a year, right? I follow the Bible app, and the plans come up all the time. And I started out what I thought was strong because I'm listening to it, right? I can listen to it on the way to work. I can listen to it while I'm at work. And then somewhere in there, I was like, I missed one day. One day turned into 250 days. I was like, yeah. So So I'm not saying it, since you're asking now, I'm really not saying it to be cliche. I was like, I did not finish the Bible in a year.
Right.
And I would try to go back and I would try to catch up. And again, I'm listening. And I wonder, just for me, if it's because it wasn't chronological. It really did like hop around this particular plan I was on.
Oh, I was going to ask you that question.
Yeah, it was not chronological. So I was like, now, them stories was lit though. I mean, they were like the Bible for real. When it comes to life, it comes off the pages. I was like, for what they was doing that? Oh, they nasty. Like
I low key want to submit it to the book ban for schools.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do.
Oh, because of I know what. Yeah, see.
Well,
what?
So many people. I'm sorry to interrupt your story.
No, you're good.
But
I answered.
In Tennessee, there are these people who are actively working to book ban, and they're basing it on conservative, air quotes, values and whatever else. And they want to ban. They're banning LGBTQIA books. They're banning, books about Black culture. They're banning, all these things. They don't want, kids to be exposed to things and or feel bad. And I'm like, well, our sex-related books, all that.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, we should ban the Bible.
Got everything in that mug.
And, folks look at me like I'm blasphemous. And I'm like, well, wait.
Yeah.
If we're banning books because of these things,
I see what you're saying.
Then you should ban that one as well. But
yeah, we'll see how that
I'm a little renegade-y like that. But
I know.
what's good for the goose, good for the gander.
There you go.
So it's all fun. So the rabbit got the gun.
We done had goose, gander, rabbit, and you can't fit in all of them in there.
I do.
So because you asked me that now, that really is because I was supposed to read it / listen.
That makes sense.
And then I was like,
Yeah.
What about you?
Parable of the Sower. Oh. By Octavia Butler.
Okay.
I put it down. It made my anxiety go up. It's too close to real life right now.
Yeah.
It really freaked me out.
Okay.
And the part that freaked me out the most was the fact that it's a very dystopian book. If you aren't aware of this book, you should be. But if you're not, it's a dystopian book. And the way they talked about sexual assault, even sexual assault of children, with no feeling.
Yeah.
Because it's that common in that dystopian world.
Yeah.
And I could not. Like, I tried. Because I was actually trying to read it to be prepared for this next administration that we're getting getting ready for, and to really understand some. Like I really struggled understanding the world, I think, post this latest election. And so I'm gonna rehash that. But so I was reading this book trying to and it actually made it worse. And I was like, let me not do that. So I had to pull back from it. I don't know when I finish it, because if I have to do it, if I did, it'd be in bite-sized pieces.
That's fair.
Yeah. So
I'm that way with it. Could either, if it's based on a book or like certain shows. I never watched When They See Us. Is that the name of it? Exonerated 5.
Yes.
I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't, and they lived it. I'm like, I don't need the trauma.
I watched it once. I ain't gotta see it again.
Yeah.
I did not watch Dahmer except for the DC Nash episode of Dahmer.
Yeah.
For that fact, I'm like, I don't need to see this.
There's some stuff,
Yeah. Some
like,
stuff you don't want to carry with you, and even fictionalized versions of it, I don't want to carry with me. And DC Nash did an amazing job, and I thought that the episode was very, very well done.
Yeah.
But
I got you. Yeah. Okay, that was deep. That took a turn. So I'm just gonna hit you with another deep, and then we can go light if you want to. I have a good one to kind of end on too. Where did it go? How do you define success, and has that definition changed over time?
Yes, yes, it has.
Okay.
I grew up Catholic. I will readily admit, money was never my big motivation for working.
Okay.
I work because I need money, and you got to pay bills, right?
Yeah.
But amassing a lot of money was not something that I felt was really instilled in me. My mom's a teacher. My dad's an engineer. Yeah. But And we had, a nice life, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't an affluent life,
Yeah.
But my parents always took care of other people. My mom especially takes care of other people, and so it was always that kind of servant leadership type thing that I thought of, and the money wasn't really part of it. I mean, hell with the journalism. So,
listen,
but I like money now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I understand the money as a tool, and I wish I understood that earlier, made some different choices and some different financial habits that I'm still fixing today. But I wish I understood money as a tool much younger, and didn't think of it from that vow of poverty mindset that Catholic school kind of instilled.
I know what you mean.
Probably not even intentionally, but it did.
Right.
And so just coming to terms with all that. So that's one. And I don't think you have to be rich to be successful.
Right.
I think you have to be a good steward of your money, have a plan for your money to be successful.
You better preach.
Yeah. And so that's one. Also, recognition.
Yeah.
We work behind the scenes in both of our careers for so long.
Yeah.
And at some point, I would say almost 10 years ago now, I was getting frustrated, and I'm like, I know more than this fool. And I know it better than this fool. So why am I writing this for this fool?
Yeah.
To go up there and read. And like, and people would see you as a communicator, but not recognize the knowledge you built in other skill sets. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, no. So sometimes, even though I still do a lot of behind the scenes work, sometimes I want you to clap for me.
Yeah. Come on, Badu. Yeah.
I mean, I do. Sometimes I want you to clap for me. And I want to be recognized for the work that I do and the knowledge that I have. And so
I'm glad you're there now. Yeah.
So
agreed.
So pay me and clap for me.
All of it. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Yeah. What about you?
I would say character is a part of success for me. Truly, just success in life. Like I really do think about people remembering how you made them feel. That just really resonates with me. Like to hear when people pass and when you hear only good things about them. I remember this one time Miss So-and-so did that. I still have people me and you both who have gone on, and you have good memories. You never heard anybody say anything bad about them, and they may not have been financially wealthy, but it's like the richness and fullness of their lives just because of who they were as a person. Right. For me, is one definition of success. Definitely. I'm with you on the money part though. Yeah. That part for sure. And some main character energy. Like no more playing it small. No. Like we did it. Why? Recognize us for it. Yep. Period. Yep. And no more like, oh no problem, it's okay. No, thank you. Yes, I did that. Yep. We did that. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. That's something I work on getting away from and leaning into more. Like Faith did. I sure did. Yes. Thank you. I make stuff look easy. It's not easy though. Yeah. No, it's not. Yeah. You do an excellent job, Lord. Yeah. So yeah, okay. I agree with you on your sentiments. Ready? Money. Oh Lord, go ahead. You have the right of refusal, as always. Amen. Okay, what? How do you define intimacy? Oh, Jesus. I be hot and bothered a lot. 40 plus. 40 plus be warm. Be warm, y'all. 40 plus be hot and bothered. Intimacy. Yes. I am... It's not always sexual for me. I agree. It could lead to... It can. Slippery slope. I am what's the term? I posted it in one of our stories. Oralism. Talk to me. Oh. No, not that. I'm listening. I'm doing my Oprah. Oh. Aural. Mm-hmm. It's a thing. Oh. I thought you said I said oralism. Okay. Your mind. Okay. Like, well, I love men. I love men from New York. I left that part out. I like New York dudes.
East Coast stand up.
East Coast, yeah. But for me, intimacy is that. Can I have a conversation with you? Can you, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Stimulate your mind?
Yeah. Not just, oh, you look good. It helps. I mean, I would like to look at you.
True.
But can we have a conversation? And can you make me laugh? The conversation ain't gotta be like sexual. True. It can be, but just something about tone, accents, as we've talked about. Like, really, those things do something.
They do it for you.
I start firing all cylinders. like, ooh. Yeah.
Like Jay Taj. He sound like bad decisions. I said, hello.
That's intimate for me.
Okay.
And also being trusting me to I guess not violate your trust. Anybody who entrusts me with personal information, for me, that's a form of intimacy. Like, you thought enough. I feel safe with you.
Yeah. That's important.
Safe enough to be able to divulge whatever it may be, because I know you're not going to misuse it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's intimate.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. What you got?
For me, it's defined by a cerebral conversation, right? Like, don't be an idiot.
Thank you.
Can you talk about something other than the NBA or, football? Like, are you plugged into the world?
Yeah.
Are you actively advocating for the freedom of yourself and all people? Don't be advocating for your freedom and impressing others. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Right.
Then that gets on my nerves. But I'm also a physical touch person. So while you said it doesn't have to be sexual, I am a physical touch person.
Yes.
And my mother said to me years ago, she was like, people are touch deprived, and you don't recognize that if you don't live by yourself, and I still had kids at the time. So kid always on your leg, they got on your hug, that kind of thing, But when I was living by myself for a while, and I was like,
ain't nobody touching me.
Nobody touching me.
Yeah.
And the first time I felt that, I was like, oh, I'm touch deprived. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And physical touch wasn't going to be how on my things to do list, because when I took the love languages test, I was always being touched.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh, if I took it again, my levels and numbers would shift, because I like, no. Touch me, hand on my knee, hand on my arm, hand on my lower back, things of that nature. Like, pull me in, while we're conversing, but pull me in, So, yeah.
I like that. Oh, that was a good question.
Okay, this your last one?
You want the last one?
Let's do the last one.
Okay, because we keep talking.
Yeah.
I know. If you had to choose a theme song for your life, what would it be? You got a lot. You could come up with a medley, because I know you're cerebral.
Thank you.
You could do a medley.
The first song that popped into mind was Trina, the baddest bitch. Who's bad?
Whoa!
The first song that popped in. Okay. The first song that popped in. If I had to choose a gospel-esque song,
praise him.
Hey, mommy.
Praise him.
Yes.
Praise him.
It would either probably still be Shekinah Glory. Yes.
Yes.
That's my jam.
Yes.
Or Holy One by Tremaine Hawkins.
Jesus.
Day's almost done.
Yes.
And I ain't always been right. But I ain't trying to lose this fight.
Come on.
If that ain't me.
Praise him.
I ain't always been right. But I still ain't trying to lose this fight.
ain't trying to
You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Okay.
That's actually one of my faves. So.
Okay.
You
ain't go add nothing nasty in there?
No.
You ain't do no Prince Adore or nothing? I'm shocked. Okay.
No. I think
this one and Until the End of Time. Oh Lord.
I'll be there for you.
That's not on your soundtrack.
Okay. I was trying to be good.
That's being good. The orange thing is up. Okay. I'm gonna go quick.
Okay.
Off the top of my mind, there's a song by Jeezy called Corporate Thuggin'. I work in corporate. Sometimes I be corporate thugging. And I only like his verse because it's him and some other people. But corporate thugging is like one of those songs I always go to.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have others, as you know. I love to dance, so I love music.
Of course.
But yeah, corporate thugging is my corporate moving weight.
Cool. That's a perfect question to end on, because if you have a theme song for your life, drop it in the comments so that way we can see what your songs are. Put a little medley together of all the songs.
Yeah. Where can they find us, Nace?
I was gonna ask you. You beat me to
you want me to go again?
I'll do it.
Hit it.
You can find us everywhere you can find podcasts, on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. Of course, we're on IG, Blue Sky, Threads, and TikTok. So you can find us on all the plethora of places that you are looking for us. And Faith, give a shout out to our wonderful
PDF
one more time.
Paper Doll Factory. Make sure you check them out. And that's paper spelled Papier, Doll Factory.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So, thank you.
Season 5, episode 1 in the books. Boop, 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 and boop, scene. Bye.